Hello and welcome to the Motorcycle Rescue channel. Today we're going to try and get this bike to a different location. The reason why is because I found it over on its side yesterday. Somebody had either got on it or pushed it over or whatever. And it's already got enough trouble. It's probably consuming somebody's parking spot, even though I made this particular parking spot. But here out in the lawless reaches of Hong Kong, weird things happen if stuff isn't under your nose. So what I'll do is I'll try to get this bike mobile today, and that means inflating the tires a little bit to make sure that they're properly inflated, and also making sure that the brakes are not binding the wheels, but also ensuring that I have some stopping power, because there's going to be some downhill parts as the bike has moved. This is a rescue bike that was found in the ditch. It had been abandoned for a few years, and it's in pretty rough shape. My intention is to turn this into a bobber, which is a single-seat motorcycle, and ride it around or trade it for something else to fix, which would be my perfect situation. But I thought I'd give a quick walk around just to get an idea of what we're dealing with here. Here's the front brake. That's not working so good. And here's the side. As you can see, there's a lot of peeling paint. There's some peeling chrome, which is more concerning. So the color scheme of this bike might go from silver and chrome to something a little less dramatic, because if you can see here, that's completely peeled. You may remember this from the last time I moved this bike, that the rear brake had to be let off tremendously to allow the rear wheel to even turn. Let's just take a quick look at the parts that need to work. I'm going to try to inflate this tire. I don't know where the inflator stem is, but we'll find it. And then we have the front tire, which looks like a slightly less difficult problem. Turn the wheel so we can get a look at the business end of the brakes, which are binding, and we got an inflator stem right there, so that's good. And then over on this side, I'm still looking for an inflator stem on, oh, there it is, right there. So we'll try to inflate that. Tires just looking a little bit flat, not so bad. Here's some more detail about all the chrome peeling off this thing. And as a bobber, that's gone. No need, because no passenger. Here we are, inflating the tire to 30 pounds, which should be more than enough to get it rolling. I'm being helped by my co-star, Kieran. Kieran, say hi. Hi. And moral support, Catherine. Say hi. Thank you very much. Kieran's making sure our pump is working operating properly. Going into the back wheel. Let's see how this works out. We have inflated the rear wheel to 30 pounds. And now what we're doing is we're inflating the front wheel to 30 pounds. I think 30 pounds is probably a safe tire inflation pressure. It's kind of what cars and bikes tend to use. Some people inflate to much higher PSI, but this should be enough to get the bike rolling correctly. I got a feeling the front wheel is turning all right. What I did was I soaked the calipers and the disc in WD-40 to prevent any binding. But that rear wheel has still got lots of trouble, so I'm going to probably have to back that off even more, maybe even freewheel it. But we'll see how we do once the wheels are fully inflated. I'm really hoping that that ends up solving the problem. Got the bike to a better place today. This is probably not where it's going to get vandalized any further. I put a wooden platform in place so I could lay parts on, if they're oily, somewhere where it won't stain the stone. And this is where the bike is going to sit for the next few weeks or months while I get it working. I managed to find the seat. The previous owner dropped it off. It's very sweet of him. And the other thing that happened is just a few minutes ago, the courier dropped by with a cover, which I plan to put on this bike to protect it from the elements and also make sure that people don't mess with it any further.